There are people who choose clothing based on cost, not on design, color, or material, but primarily based on how expensive it is. It sounds weird, but it's an interesting thought, and it occurred to me while I was checking out the new Volkswagen Tharu. This is not a very affordable crossover. You can probably cross-shop this with a Subaru Crosstrek or a Mazda CX-30, a top-spec Mazda CX-30. So it's up against serious competition. Quality cars. What makes it special? It's quite promising actually. Let's see what it does. The good thing about the Tharu is the ride is good. These are not perfect roads even if we're inside BGC. And the Tharu soaks them up quite well. The road imperfections, I mean, you kind of feel them shuddering throughout the body, but you don't feel them. They're there, but they don't really bother you. It's like the Tharu saying, I got this. Mag-relax ka na lang. You won't be surprised that it has a 1.5-liter engine. Turbocharged, of course, about 158 horsepower and 250 newton meters of torque. Not shocking amounts of power, pero more than enough. You might have noticed it was raining kanina in some of our footage. The car felt grounded enough and stable. I wasn't afraid of doing some braking and a little high-speed overtaking. Not reckless, I'd like to think. The car gives you confidence eh. Ito. That's in sport mode. And for most people, it's more than enough. And again, watch the brakes. The brakes are quite easy to modulate. And I credit German engineering for that. I mean, there's still a reason you have that badge in front, illuminated or not. And that stands for something. Regardless of where a car is made, I believe, quality control is quality control. Overall, I would say the character is comfortable with dashes of sportiness. There's that palpable sense of precision when you're driving it, that you always know how to control it. It's predictable, even in the rain. Hindi ka niya gugulatin. We'll give you more driving impressions when we can borrow it for a longer time. We kind of like how the Tharu drives. It can be quick, it's nimble, very easy to steer, and most importantly, nakuha nila yung ride. For our market, for these roads, I think that's a very valuable feature. It is inside the Tharu that you can see where the budget went. Why the cost is this much. Blue leather seats, two-tone. You have the panoramic sunroof, very nice headroom. In front of you are two digital screens. One is 10.25 and one is 12 inches. This is gesture control. Uy, medyo napagana ko na. It's kind of tricky. Part of me doesn't really get the point. But I guess if you own the car, masasanay ka din and you'll know how to do the hand gestures. And let's hope your passengers are understanding of your quirks. The steering wheel has haptic controls. You just slide your finger and you can change the volume and change the track settings. You can still press the buttons, thankfully. Same with the AC. You just slide your finger over the controls. And it has wireless charging for smartphones and two USB-C ports. It has wireless CarPlay and wired CarPlay, of course, which I prefer, but no Android Auto. Also has nice light touches, itong ambient lighting, pine green, itong leather trim, very nice with the Tharu stitching. And of course, little touches like this, mabagal lang, di badag. The thought and care put into the car, it's everywhere, even in something as basic as a glove compartment. Basic Volkswagen shifter, the standard look. It's a nice cabin to be in, whether you're stuck in traffic, but no one likes that, or driving excitedly on the expressway. Many of you might be split on whether you like the design or not, but I think most people can appreciate a good interior like this. So even the doors, oh, parang the pine green leather is in the doors. And it smells good. It has that nice new car smell. Good job, Volkswagen. This is one of the Tharu's strengths. So this seat is adjusted to my body. Check out that knee room. Grabe. I'm even slouched a little down. So, ang luwang niya. Ang luwang niya. The panoramic sunroof extends to here. It's tinted, so it's a good touch. Hindi ka masyadong mainitan. And speaking of nainitan, there are AC vents in the rear. One USB-C, one USB-A, and okay, medyo malalim na cubby hole for RFID cards or something. I also like this touch. There's a see-through design for the light. Medyo parang industrial chic na aesthetic. Panalo, yon. Just relax. Have a bottle of iced coffee there. We like it. We like this, Volkswagen. Now let's move to the back. So we did say the Tharu has a lot of features. And one of them, you hold the key and wave your foot in this region between the U and the 300. Voila! Okay, it didn't work perfectly, but that goes for all brands. None of them work perfectly. But it's there, it's kind of cool. And I guess, if you're the owner, malalaman mo where the spot is. I presume there's a learning curve. It's not the biggest cargo space, but it's deep. There's space here, about 10 inches. Probably not the best in its class. If you're gonna go to IKEA, maybe bring a bigger vehicle. But at least, it has a tonneau cover. I own a crossover, and I always feel secure when I leave my things here. I won't tell you what my car is. It's not bad. Yan. Tada! If you like how Volkswagens look, you will like how the Tharu looks because the design DNA is very strong. It looks like the T-Cross, and it's some would say simple design, but it has its appeal. These are matrix LED headlights, and it has this design bar that goes across, quite nice. And when you activate the turn signal, this lights up in a flowing manner. You have this matte grille, sensors here. It's a nice, clean German look. And I know it has its fans because I can understand the appeal. We're here at the rear, obviously. And the first thing that strikes you is this light bar. Medyo nagigiuso na siya. And it looks nice, parang Tron-like color. And this logo, it's illuminated. As Teddy pointed out, we like this black lettering on the model name, Tharu. And it's a nice touch. I mean, kakaiba siya. And this light-colored cladding also complements the whole look properly. We have to mention the nice wheels. The top spec, Tharu gets this red accent, these red highlights. It's the same size as the other spec. And of course, it's hard to ignore the trademark Volkswagen doors. Satisfying thunk. That's solid, yeah? So we've spent some time with the Volkswagen Tharu. Good impressions, great ride. It may look simple at first, but Volkswagen added some interesting design features, the turning light, the glowing logo in the back that glows red. We like it, but now we come to the price, 1.95 million. Is it worth 1.95 million? I think it's worth a try. The challenge with cars at this price range is the higher you go, you're going up against stronger competition. The Tharu has its charm. It's not like any other crossover in the market. It has its own character. I'll give it that. You can see the German DNA. You can also see the country where it came from, a little, but not in a negative way. Quality control is king. Try before you buy. We think the Tharu is worth a try from what we've seen so far. We think Volkswagen has a solid contender in the Tharu. Features, looks, power, may potential siya.